Greetings, Lysorkians and Grunkites. I call myself Zag, hoping one day it catches on. And this is the devlog for 0.2.12 of the Unfortunate Spacemen beta. This update is called Boarding Pass, and features proximity chat, a new tram-based map, 2 new weapons, and a heck of a lot more. This is one of the largest updates ever, so let's blast off. The long-awaited voice proximity chat has arrived. When you speak in-game by holding the caps lock key, you can be heard only by those within range.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, we're like best friends. I'm gonna come over and say hi to you. You know what? Fuck you, guy. Fine, I'm just gonna leave.
Or by those listening via camera.
That guy's the worst. What a terrible developer.
If you're dead in a lobby, or in the loadout selection screen, chat is global. But once the game starts, Spacemen can only hear those who are nearby.
Hey guys, everybody have a good game. I hope I don't get cut off mid-sentence here. That would be really... Hey, oh cool, little GPS thing. Alright, so I guess you can hear me out here now? That's pretty cool. What's that? Oh, my dog's being annoying in the background while I'm recording it. Okay, so if it's not on, you can't hear me. I can't talk to you from a distance. That's neat. That's wow. It's like I'm explaining a mechanic for a devlog. That's pretty cool. I hope you're not the monster, because that happens a lot to me.
New map, Duress. A7 PDLC is a hollowed asteroid, mined almost to exhaustion. The tramways that run clockwise through this mining station are relentless, and a great method of safe-ish transport as you fight to signal that precious rescue. But something has broken free from the containment block and now hides amongst you. Perhaps the station announcements will be of assistance.
In the interest of public safety, any personal items, including lunches, left unattended for more than 12 hours will be ejected from the station.
Perhaps not. Power item containers now beep. And boop. First beeping, then booping. As they get closer to opening, they beep more often. As before, canisters unlock after 60 seconds, revealing their precious cargo. As I've told our Discordians, I'm only adding additional weapons if they fill a very unique and specific role that is vacant in the current arsenal. Behold, the railgun. This unlocks from a power item canister 4 minutes into the round, or 6 minutes into the round. See, here's the clever part. Each round at 4 minutes, either the shotgun or the railgun can spawn. After 6 minutes, the weapon that did not spawn will. The railgun is slow, overheats instantly, and hits like a space rhino, especially against the monster. Also, it has a laser. So, game of the year. It seems the more I create maps and play with the community, the more the game is speaking to me. It's saying, smaller maps, longer rounds. The smaller maps are, by far, the most popular and typically just a lot more fun, even with upwards of 14 people or more, as we've seen in the weekend community games. With proximity VoIP, the maps now feel even larger. Due to this, some maps like Keene, just a couple of patches ago, did have some various pathways opened, and Tidal Lock, specifically this patch, has undergone a really big change. Tidal Lock, the spaceship repair dock high above the burning Erignus, has had all of its floors compressed to about half the distance they were before, resulting in, hopefully, a little less confusion and more frequent player encounters. It's also received some nice visual updates, a new bridge, a new structure on that lower dark side, and a few other smaller tweaks as well. Security cameras have a new look, and they can look around all 360 degrees instead of only about 180 or less. This means maps require less cameras to see more, so you typically don't have to flip through as many cameras as you did before. Hey, that rhymed kinda. Most of the overhead maps are now colored for better navigation, and the entire contrast has been improved, so you can kinda see where you're at a lot better at a glance. As you know, when you die, you become a ghost, so you can spectate the rest of the match and haunt people. Now you can see health bars above nearby spacemen to better follow the action. You can also see these health bars if you have the nictitating membrane perk as a monster, or if you're holding a health syringe in your hand. The menus have received multiple big changes. The map selection menu has smaller icons now because the map list has grown, and I'd like to keep your scrolly finger from fatiguing. You're welcome. I know you need those fingers. How else are you gonna eat Twinkies, you fat sack of space? I'm told I can't include that last part in the devlog, so let's talk about the how to play menu. Look, it's got pictures. Now I'm bored. I can't. The perk selection screen is way more polished. The perk icons have been updated, and the descriptions are clear-cut and helpful. You know, like a takeout menu. On the topic of perks, the security guard perk is now called Janitor, and you now spawn with a stun baton and a new little thing I like to call the fire extinguisher. Most people call it that too, but you know, I came up with it first. The fire extinguisher does what you might imagine. It puts out fires, extinguishes them, if you will. It's the milk to the spice, you know what I mean? It also starves the area around it of oxygen, meaning typically the wielder and anyone else directly hit by it in any way will temporarily be strangled. This is a state in which you rapidly lose oxygen and can't gain any oxygen for a short duration. Let the panic ensue. Oh, the intake valves perk now makes you immune to this strangulation, so... Ka-cha. Oh yeah, last thing, I removed the follow me emote and rolled that into the let's go emote. So they're basically the same thing anyway, so now they're just one thing. I've also removed the lock the door emote since its use was extremely specific and far too situational. Therefore, nobody used it. In place of those emotes, I've added two generic emotes. One is a love emote, you know, to signal that you're, well, let's just say space gets lonely. The other generic emote is a whistle, which is much longer range than the other emotes and can perhaps help you get someone's attention from afar, bait a trap, or whistle as you hunt for that last cowering survivor. As always, you can view the full patch notes on the blog at unfortunate.space. That is a website URL. Believe it or not. Follow the game at Unfort Spacemen. Follow me on Twitter at Geoff Keene. And as always, community games are at 11 a.m. PST on the Discord at discord.gg/sandswept. I typically host them, so if you come play, you'll get to talk to me, and I'm almost as funny when I'm not scripted. Time to grab your boarding passes.
Any employee caught stealing mining equipment or rocks will be swiftly reaccommodated.